This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Right now at 6 on Good Morning Indiana.
It was a punch in the guts, like now I got to do this all over again.
Hundreds of jobs in central Indiana are packing up and moving out. But this morning, the benefits workers are entitled to and why thousands of dollars in job training are being left unused.
It's dry today across central Indiana, but your Saturday turns into a very wet and windy day. We'll have the timeline coming up in your Storm Team 6 forecast.
The goal is to connect southern Indiana to the Circle City. This morning, how the I-69 project's final phase will impact the city's south side.
A woman turning to RTV6 after months of watching her street crumble around her. The results we're now getting to help smooth things over.
And a proud moment for the Circle City as Indianapolis will once again be represented in the U.S. Navy. The ceremony this weekend here in Indiana to welcome the 4th edition of the USS Indianapolis.
And we want to welcome you in here to Good Morning Indiana on this Friday morning. I'm Meredith Barrett.
I'm Rafael Sanchez, and our friend Lauren Casey is on vacation. She'll be back on Tuesday. But our other good friend, our best friend really, Todd Clausen, who really sets us up for the weekend, it's going to be okay.
Yeah, you know, there's dry times this weekend. It's primarily Sunday compared to Saturday. So as you kind of plan things out, either today or Sunday will be your opportunity to get out and do some things. I think Saturday, you can get out and about, but you'll be carrying the umbrella and need to have the rain gear. More on that forecast coming up. So this morning, what do you need to grab before you go? Well, just a light jacket. Temperatures are hovering in the upper 40s right now for most of us. You do not need to worry about the rain gear today, and lots of clouds from start to finish throughout the day today, so you really don't need to have the sunglasses handy. So as we work our way throughout the morning hours here, temperatures will climb out of the 40s. It's about 53 degrees by the noon hour with mostly cloudy skies. Could be a spot sprinkle or two, but nothing more than that. That is the good news for our Friday. But as we expand out, you can see the cloud cover. Here is all the rain. This is all streaming to the north, and it will impact us throughout the entire day tomorrow. So Storm Shield, a good tool to have. Not expecting any thunderstorm warnings, but there could eventually be some flood warnings, and you can detail those to your exact location. And here's another great tool, radar you can control. So if you have errands to run tomorrow, you can pop that Storm Shield up, see where the rain is falling, whether it's in your neighborhood or not. We'll talk more about the timeline for the rain for tomorrow coming up in Maine Weather in just a few minutes.
Todd, thank you. We are taking a live look right now at I-65 at 30th Street. Traffic moving up to speed, but there are those construction cones there along the roadway, so just be aware of that as you hit the road. Only on RTV6, hundreds of workers are not tapping into tens of thousands of dollars to help them after losing their jobs.
This Hiring Hoosiers Call 6 investigation began as we asked questions about what is being done for people whose jobs are packing up and moving out because of foreign competition.
So how do you see your future?
I don't know.
You don't know.
School. I didn't think that was going to happen again, but
You ready for school?
yeah, I'm working on it.
She is going back to school, and millions of dollars set aside by the federal government and managed by the state to help workers with training programs and salary support are going untouched. Now, I know it's really early in the morning, but I'm talking about millions of dollars. But based on the numbers, many workers, especially men, are leaving all of that money on the table.
Angie Barrows will give you the scoop. She's anxious about heading back to school to train for a new career after working 21 years at Schneider Electric. So how do you see your future?
I don't know.
You don't know.
School. I didn't think that was going to happen again, but
You ready for school?
yeah, I'm working on it.
Would you have to work 2 jobs to make what you make at Schneider? Or how, well, if you did...
Probably 2.5 jobs.
Since some Schneider jobs are Mexico-bound, all employees are eligible to get federal benefits through the Trade Adjustment Act, or TAA. It pays for training, moving expenses, and if you're 50 and older, a wage subsidy up to $10,000.
Our goal is to hopefully be able to not only increase their employability skills, but get them back into the workforce as quick as we possibly can at that highest possible wage.
Our Call 6 investigation found that a majority of Hoosier workers that can tap into the federal funding don't. In some cases, it's because of retirement or finding a new job. But take any company, and we found less than 1/3 of workers sign up for TAA programs meant to get them back on their feet. At Schneider, with about 300 impacted workers, it would be shocking if 90 of them took advantage of TAA. We're talking big money. On average, Hoosier workers are leaving more than $22,000 in training and support on the table.
So this is money that those workers have paid in for years and years and years, and this is their opportunity to get back what they've put into it. It truly is a once-in-a-lifetime thing that we hope that they take advantage of.
Mandy is leaving cash on the table.
Absolutely.
Compared to women, men overall are less likely to sign up for the TAA benefits.
Yes, I have to survive. I'm by myself, so I have to do what I have to do.
The state is working on new strategies to get impacted workers to consider tapping into the TAA program. More on that on the news here at 6:30. But beyond people who retire or who get a new job, there is no training mechanism to explain why other workers choose not to use the dollars. It is possible that real-life issues like single moms and single dads with childcare needs may not be able to return to school while also having to pay all the bills and also care for their children. This is a story that's far from over, and of course, Call 6 Investigates will stay on top of it. Meredith?
Here at 6:06, the traffic patterns in the Circle City and the southern part of the state are going to see some major changes soon. The state is prepared to start construction on the final stretch of Interstate 69. Our Kelsey Anderson joins us live this morning with all the details on this massive project. Kelsey, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, so the folks at INDOT, the checkered flag is in their view as they're reaching the finish line of the big I-69 project that's going to connect Evansville to downtown Indianapolis. Now, it's going to start right here. This just west of this exit is where they're going to connect 69 to 465. Now, INDOT officials tell us they plan to have the project complete by 2024, and this massive project will bring 26 miles of new interstate, 39 new bridges, and 10 interchanges. It will also eliminate 14 traffic lights. Once it's complete, again, it will connect Evansville to Indianapolis for the first time. As the interstate flows into the Circle City, though, drivers on I-465 will see changes as well. The plan is to upgrade the loops to 4 lanes in both directions from I-70 West on the southwest side to I-65 on the southeast side.
We've decided, based on traffic counts and what we see as a progression for the next not even 20 years, but 40 years down the road, that we needed to widen that part of 465 to account for all of this traffic that'll be coming through with 69.
The $1.5 billion project is fully funded, and not only will it connect Evansville to Indy, it will also make the drive to Martinsville a lot easier and a lot quicker. Now, the construction on this final project is expected to take 4 years, so it's going to be complete in 2024. But that means for the next 4 years, drivers are going to be impacted and need to be in the know. Coming up in the next half hour, hear from a bus driver who says this will impact her, but she's ready for it. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Kelsey, thank you. We'll see you at 6:30. The Department of Public Works says repairs are supposed to begin Monday after an East Side woman reached out to RTV6 about that. And that, of course, as you can see, is a problem. Wanda Davis says the road outside her home on Woods Crossing Drive has been crackling and crumbling and getting worse for years. It's at the point where she says she has to put chunks of the road back together out of concern for others' safety.
It's getting frustrating to where you walk out here, you trip over this. I mean, pulling into your driveway, you have to go off-roading just to get into your driveway.
Davis has kept notes of all her attempts to contact the city for help. When RTV6 searched her case number with the Mayor's Action Center, it listed her issue as complete. DPW says that's because a crew has been assigned to the project. Not long after our crew met with Davis, workers were on her street marking the area to be repaired. DPW says those repairs will start at the beginning of next week. As long as the weather cooperates, we'll check in with Davis to see if the project gets done. If you have a problem and you're not getting the answers you need, please give us reach out to us by email at workingforyou@rtv6.com.
Here at 6:09, if you have any unused drugs or old prescription medications in your cabinets, you need to listen up.
So tomorrow is National Drug Take Back Day. There are locations across Indiana. They're participating where you can drop off your unused medicines so that you can dispose of them very safely.
Our Alyssa Donovan is live at one of those locations this morning, Indianapolis Fire Department Station 1. Alyssa, how does this entire process work?
So you guys, it's a very easy process. All you have to do is bring those unwanted or expired medications to one of those drop-off locations. Station 1 is one of several spots across the city that is a designated drop-off location tomorrow. And new this year, the DEA is accepting vaping pens as well as vaping cartridges to be dropped off during this Drug Take Back Day. Now, this is a biannual event. It happens twice a year. Back in April, Indiana State Police reported more than 22,700 pounds of unused medication was collected in the state. Now, the reason Drug Take Back Day is offered is to help keep you and your family safe. Accidental exposure to medicine is a major source of unintentional poisoning of children. Each year, there are around 450,000 calls to poison locations regarding children accidentally finding and ingesting medication. So this is an easy way to ensure that doesn't happen in your home.
It's just an opportunity for people to get unwanted drugs out of their home, possibly keep grandchildren that may be visiting safe by not having access to something that they forgot was there.
Now, after the collection, all of the medications are taken to the DEA disposal site. Now, they do ask that if you bring medication to one of those drop-off sites tomorrow, that you put it in a sealed container. That's just to keep IMPD officers safe as they're disposing of it, and the DE officers safe as well. And they also say that as you come to these fire stations, they will actually have an IMPD officer coming out to you, so you can actually stay in your car when you drop off these medications, making it nice and quick for you on your Saturday. Reporting live, Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
That is a helpful campaign. Alyssa, thank you so much. This weekend, a new Indianapolis will officially join the U.S. Navy, and there it is. What a view. Let's go inside. This is the fourth ship to bear the name USS Indianapolis. It will be commissioned at Burns Harbor along Michigan. The ship is designed for a crew of 70. It is easy to maneuver, I am told, which is helpful for missions like mine clearing and anti-submarine action. The most well-known USS Indianapolis, right there, sunk by the Japanese in 1945 while returning from an island where it delivered key parts of the atomic bomb. Only 317 of its crew of 1,200 survived the sinking and the days in shark-infested waters.
I was saturated with diesel fuel, and they do not like smell of diesel fuel. So they slipped them in and swam away. So it saved my life, the diesel fuel. Yeah.
All heroes that deserve praise. We thank them for their service. Seaman Second Class Dick Thielen, who just met there, survived the sinking of the second USS Indianapolis. He got a look at the new ship this week. 11,000 people are set to be tomorrow at tomorrow's commissioning ceremony. The ship will be stationed at the Mayport Naval Station near Jacksonville, Florida.
New numbers out this morning show just how bad vaping injuries are becoming. Ahead on Good Morning Indiana, the new cases in the Hoosier State. Todd.
And it's Friday, and you know what that means this time of year? It is high school football playoff time. And if you're heading out to some of these games later on this evening for the Friday football frenzy, we're talking about mostly cloudy skies, temperature starting in the 50s and ending in the 50s. So a pretty pleasant night. Things change tomorrow with a lot of rain heading our way. It's all in your Storm Team 6 forecast coming up when Good Morning Indiana continues right here on RTV6.
At 6:16, the CDC is reporting more than 100 new cases of vaping-related lung injuries across the country. The health agency says 49 states, the District of Columbia, and the U.S. Virgin Islands are dealing with a total of 1,604 cases. That's 125 more cases than last week. The Hoosier State saw 3 new cases of the illness since last week as well. The CDC reports 35 people have died across the country as a result of their illnesses. Health officials say all of the patients in this outbreak have a history of using e-cigarette products. Most of them also reported using products containing THC. That's the primary component of marijuana. Those products are basically street drugs, and there's no way to know who makes them or what's really in them.
Cameras catching the moment. Strong winds pushed a jet bridge across the tarmac at a Tennessee airport. The Memphis International Airport tweeted this video showing the jet bridge being blown into the side of a concourse during a storm earlier this week. Heavy wind and rain can be seen beating down on the airport just before the jet bridge swings into view. The out-of-control jet bridge also moved 2 parked vehicles. Now, the jet bridge reportedly weighs several tons. No injuries reported during that, but pretty incredible video there.
It was windy the other day, but nothing like that. And I know we've seen winds of that magnitude in central Indiana, but wow, that is quite a sight to see when the force of winds can move a structure that's that heavy. Todd Clausen, we're not expecting that kind of weather forecasting this weekend, right? It's going to be nice?
No, tomorrow's not nice. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty wet day for us, and it will be windy, but nothing like what you saw there with the wind that'll be coming into central Indiana. We're talking about maybe some wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. More on that in just a second. Need to talk about today first, and honestly, there's not a whole lot to talk about, which is probably a good thing. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of sunshine today. We're just dealing with lots of clouds throughout the day today, and temperatures, as you see, that'll climb from the 40s at 9 a.m. to about 57 degrees by 5 p.m. So with the clouds and a bit of a north wind today, our temperatures really only go up about 10 degrees from where they are right now to our afternoon highs. So the clouds are in place. A few spotty sprinkles, not out of the question here throughout the course of the entire day. If you do see them, though, they'll be very, very light. That is the good news, and they're not probably even enough to cause you to pop open the umbrella or anything like that. Just don't be shocked if maybe you see a raindrop on your windshield if you're driving around. All the steady rainfall is down to our south, and there is a lot of it, and that is going to be heading our way. So as we get into tomorrow, you will need the umbrella during the morning, during the afternoon, and in the evening. I can't remember a day like this in quite some time where we haven't had much in the way of dry conditions throughout the entire day, or we've been dealing with an all-day rain. We've dealt with rain on Monday, but we kind of had some dry hours mixed in as well. So the rain ramps up by 7 o'clock, and then it's really with us, as I mentioned, throughout the entire day. And here's how it plays out for you on TrueCast. You notice at 10 a.m., the rain's overspreading the southern half of the state. This lifts to the north with some pockets of moderate rainfall. And I know Purdue has a home game tomorrow against Illinois. It's going to be a wet one up there in West Lafayette. So, in fact, Lafayette potentially could see the heaviest of the rain as we work our way throughout the day tomorrow, as this heavy band, wherever it sets up, could see about 3 inches of rainfall. And right now it looks like it's northern and western locations with some heavier downpours through the metro area and points to the south. And then we get another push of heavier rain that comes in tomorrow evening before it starts to taper off, working our way into Sunday morning. So tomorrow, some dry hours to start the day, but other than that, you definitely have to have that umbrella handy. As far as the rainfall potential goes, look how these rainfall totals really start to add up. We are looking at generally about 1 to 2 inches of rain across most of the area, with some locations picking up maybe 3 to even 4 inches of rain. Now, the ground is pretty dry. We only had that rain on Monday, so not expecting a lot in the way of flooding here across central Indiana, but there could be some locally high water in spots. On Sunday, the showers should be done by the Colts game. That is the good news. And then it's cooler next week. Wednesday, a high of only 49 degrees, but it's a little bit warmer on Halloween with maybe just a few spotty showers possible. Right now, those showers look to be earlier in the day.
All right, Todd, thank you. A new study finds those windy, humid days everyone dreads are also bad for pain. Researchers say the weather aggravates pain for people with chronic conditions like arthritis. Study participants rated their pain using a GPS-based smartphone app. Researchers say dry days were found to be the least likely to be painful. There was also no recorded association between pain and rain or temperature, just wind and humidity. Researchers say the study could mean people with chronic pain can plan their activities based on predicted levels of pain, or maybe just move to Arizona where it's always dry.
Maybe. It is dry there, isn't it? A beloved school crossing guard gets the surprise of a lifetime in today's Trending 6. Up next, we'll show you how the community rallied together to help him check an item off his bucket list. You'll have to see this story. It's amazing.
And hey, it is a great night to go watch some hockey. The Indy Fuel plays their home opener tonight at Indiana Farmers Coliseum.
And we here at Good Morning Indiana, we want you to be there. Right now is your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to tonight's game. All you have to do is be the 6th caller at 317-269-1459. Now, if you aren't the lucky caller this half hour, keep trying, because we're giving away some more tickets at 6:30. We'll be right back.
Museum's haunted house open now.
We are racing into Friday like nobody's business.
Yes, let's begin with this one. A remarkable moment in American motorsports history at the White House on Thursday. Roger Penske receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom. We'll see him in May. Roger was surrounded by his family, though, yesterday. Penske is an 18-time winner of the Indianapolis 500 as a team owner. Congratulations to him.
Take a look at this. Police video shows how a car crash saved an Arizona family from being run over. The family of 3 had the right-of-way and began crossing at the Phoenix intersection. The family escaped unharmed, and the car's driver, you see there, sustained non-life-threatening injuries. That Jeep's driver was arrested and has not yet entered a plea on a slew of charges. Just such hard video to watch.
Yeah, Ford is now teasing an all-electric Mustang-inspired SUV. The automaker will unveil it on November the 17th. The unveiling comes before the LA Auto Show, which begins November the 22nd. No word yet on the cost of that fancy vehicle.
Some of us have dreamed of becoming a billionaire overnight, and it just happened to a 24-year-old named Eric. His family gifted him nearly $4 billion earlier this week. Eric's parents are executive directors of a Chinese investment company selling pharmaceutical products. They gave him a 1/5 of the company's shares. And Raphael, suddenly I'm up for adoption.
I'm adoptable as well. I'm kind of cute. Small package-wise, you could put me in a luggage box. It was Olympics of a different variety. The competition is stiff, the skills unmatched, and as you can see, speed also plays a factor. It's the housekeeping Olympics. Competitions include the fastest bed-making contest and, of course, the vacuuming showdown.
A school crossing guard in Virginia getting the surprise of a lifetime. Parents wanted to thank Mr. Jeff for taking good care of their kids. Mr. Jeff is a huge Washington Nationals fan, so the parents teamed up to buy him tickets to Game 4 of the World Series. The Nationals are already up 2-0 against the Houston Astros. And if you have time to watch that whole video, it is so sweet. He has no words. He was so flabbergasted that this community did this for him.
Look at all those people.
Yeah.
Shows he's appreciated, right?
Absolutely.
If the Astros win tonight, he could be watching the clinching World Series wins. That'd be awesome. All right, outside right now, it's cloudy, and that's the way it'll be for your entire morning across the area and really for the entire day. And with those clouds, temperatures don't move a whole lot this morning. 40s right now, about 52 by the noon hour. High temperatures stay in the 50s from Indianapolis to the north, few 60s down to the south. Tomorrow is a very wet day. We'll talk more about that when Good Morning Indiana continues. The time now is 6:27. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
I'm Kelsey Anderson. Construction on the final stretch of the I-69 project is set to begin soon. What you need to know about those construction and how it can impact you.
I never thought I'd have to look for another job, but
here we go. The training to land another job after a plant closing. Why hundreds of thousands of dollars are being left on the table when it comes to training programs. A Hiring Hoosiers Call 6 investigation is next. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Indiana. I'm Rafael Sanchez on this October the 25th.
It is 6:30 a.m. I'm Meredith Barrick, and meteorologist Todd Clausen is joining us. And Todd, today's kind of just your average fall day. Kind of going to be cloudy out there, very similar to yesterday, but tomorrow is what a lot of people are looking at.
I
Raphael and I were just talking. I know a couple people who are getting married tomorrow. Not going to be good for the pumpkin patches and the apple orchards because we are expecting rain.
Yeah, the timing's not great. There's no way to talk about that because Monday, at least when it rained, it's Monday, right? Nobody has anything going on.
Yeah, nobody does anything on Monday.
Here it is on Saturday, so we'd probably rather have the rainfall today, but it's not going to be the case because tomorrow is the day that's going to be pretty wet. So this morning, it's just cloudy. Temperatures in the mid-40s. They're not going to move much at all, and there could be a spot sprinkle this morning, but we shouldn't see anything more than that. And here is the current satellite radar picture, and you notice just these little spots of green here and there, and that is that sprinkle or two that will be possible here throughout throughout the course of the entire day. But here is all the heavy rainfall down to our south. The Gulf of Mexico is going to be open for business here, and it's going to send all that moisture in our direction starting about this time tomorrow. But as you walk out the door today, you probably need that light jacket at 47 degrees. By the time we get to the noon hour, we're at 53. The temperature does not go up much more from there. But we'll talk about the Friday football forecast for tonight and detail that rain for tomorrow coming up in just a few minutes.
At 6:32, new information about the 2 people killed when their SUV crashed through the wall of a parking garage in downtown Indianapolis. The Marion County Coroner's Office says the victims, 70-year-old Iristine Hunt and 73-year-old Charles Hunt from University Park, Illinois. Investigators say their Lincoln SUV hit the left rear corner of another parked vehicle. Then that SUV traveled 20 feet through the side of the garage and fell upside down in an alley below. This morning, police still don't know what caused the crash, and right now they're still calling this a tragic accident.
The disciplinary hearing for Attorney General Curtis Hill is over, but not before he took the witness stand to deny allegations that he inappropriately touched a state lawmaker and 3 other women at a party. Hill recalled several details about the party at AJ's Lounge in March of 2018, but he says he does not recall encounters with 3 legislative aides in which they say they were inappropriately touched. Hill was also adamant that he did not touch the buttocks of State Representative Mara Candelaria Reardon as she had testified. Now, it could take months for hearing officer Myra Selby to make a recommendation on whether Hill should be punished. That could range from a reprimand to loss of his law license, which would disqualify him from serving as Attorney General. You can read all about this week's testimony from our political reporter Matt McKinney at theindychannel.com.
Only on RTV6, our Call 6 investigation that has found that millions of dollars in federal training dollars are going unused is a story that we broke right here just 30 minutes ago on Good Morning Indiana. We began looking into this issue as the Schneider plant in Peru is preparing to shut down next year. Currently, employees are being laid off in waves there. RTV6 learned that many workers statewide facing a similar situation and who are eligible to receive federal training assistance are not tapping into the program. Now, some are opting out by either retiring or finding a new job. But overall, less than 1/3 of people are applying for the programs and are leaving on average more than $22,000 on the table.
TAA is such a critical program because it has a vast menu of services available to them. There's really something in the program for everyone, regardless of where they are in their life, age-wise, or education or employment history. There's something there that can benefit anyone in their goals for employment and training.
The Department of Workforce Development is also improving its mailers and making phone calls to those impacted workers to increase the number of people who should benefit from those dollars in training assistance. We will keep on top of the story right here on Good Morning Indiana, as well as RTV6. The traffic patterns in Indianapolis and in the southern part of our state are going to see some major changes very soon.
That's because the state is getting ready to build the final stretch of Interstate 69. Our Kelsey Anderson is live this morning with more on the project that people have been waiting years for. Kelsey, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, so they're calling it the I-69 finish line. So I'm sure those NDOT officials are waving the checkered flag. They are ready to get this project done. It's been a long time coming. So this project is expected to be done in 2024. And what it's going to do is connect 69 to 465 just west of this right here at the State Road 37. Now, NDOT officials tell us they plan to have the project complete by 2024. And the massive project will bring 26 miles of new interstate, 39 bridges, and 10 interchanges. It will also eliminate 14 traffic lights. Now, once it's complete, it will connect Evansville directly to Indianapolis for the first time. The construction on this final project should take about 4 years, and commuters should prepare for delays and slowdowns. Beth Sullivan is a school bus driver for Perry Township Schools, and she says she knows she'll have to stay on top of the construction project.
Oh, no. This lady runs on time no matter what. But you've got to plan around that. And that goes for wherever you work around town. You plan for what's going on.
As the interstate flows into the Circle City, drivers on I-465 will see changes too. The plan is to upgrade the loops to 4 lanes in both directions from I-70 West on the southwest side to I-65 on the southeast side. Now, the $1.5 billion project is fully funded, and again, it's going to connect Evansville to Indy, but it's also going to make the drive from Indy to Martinsville a lot quicker and a lot easier. Reporting live, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
Today is the last day for union members to vote on the proposed General Motors contract. That deal would end the ongoing strike that has lasted for over a month for GM workers, including almost 7,000 right here in Indiana. The 4-year contract would deliver pay increases, keep healthcare costs the same, and give workers a path to work their way into upper-tier wages. The deal would also save GM's plant near Detroit that was planned to close. Right now, that vote stands at 60% in favor and 40% opposed to the deal. Union members have until 4 this afternoon to vote on this contract.
RTV6 is getting answers about school bus safety after a Mooresville family shared this video with us. It shows cars passing their son's bus while it's stopped with the stop arm out. Kimberly Baker says this happens almost every day. It's something she's even more aware of after the deaths of 3 children boarding their school bus in Fulton County last year.
I want to be proactive, not reactive. And you know, I don't want anything to happen to any of our children. It was absolutely heartbreaking. I can't imagine going through that.
A spokeswoman with Mooresville Schools says they're working with police to step up patrols in the area. The district is also testing out a new camera system for its school buses. Baker is also filing a complaint with INDOT asking for signs to alert drivers to the bus stop.
I'm Alyssa Donovan. If you have unused or expired medications in your cabinets, there's a safe way to get rid of them this weekend. I'll have all the details coming up.
And hockey season is here, and we have your chance to get in on the action on opening night tonight. Get your phones ready in just a few minutes. Your chance to win tickets to see the Indy Fuel take the ice. Todd.
Always a fun time there at the Coliseum as the kids walk off to school here this morning and head to the bus stop. The temperature is right around 45 degrees with cloudy skies. As they come home from school, only about 58, still mostly cloudy. It's dry today. Big time rain, though, in the forecast for tomorrow. We'll talk all about it when Good Morning Indiana continues. The time now is 6:38.
See your Central Indiana GMC dealer.
Welcome back. Today is a good day to go through your medicine cabinet and check for medicine that you don't need or that's expired.
This is a great program. That's because tomorrow is Drug Take Back Day, an easy way for you to get those healthy, hazardous medicines out of your home. Our Alyssa Donovan is live this morning. Alyssa, why is this such an important event for so many families?
So the reason this is so important is because prescription medications are one of the top reasons of childhood poisoning. Many children get involved in getting into their family's medicine cabinets and finding some of those unused or expired medications. They report that there's about 60,000 cases each year that require children to go to the emergency room due to ingesting those unused medications. Now, that's why they do have this every year, twice a year. Now, drug takebacks happen in April and October. Earlier this year, there was 22,700 pounds of unused medications collected in our state. All of those medicines are taken to the DEA drug disposal site. The reason we have Drug Take-Back Day is to keep these medications from getting into the wrong hands. But it's also a way to ensure they are disposed of properly. Experts say this is a much better option than flushing medications, which can contaminate drinking water and local waterways.
That's what we don't want, is everybody to dump them in the sewer system and then they have to process all that through their system. And so this is a much safer way to do it.
This year, the DEA is also accepting vaping devices and cartridges. They do ask that you remove any lithium-ion batteries before turning in a device. And there are several locations across Indiana that are taking those medications tomorrow throughout the day. So if you do need to drop those off, we're going to have a list later on our website with details on that. But several fire stations are involved in that, including stations 1, 4, and 10, as well as a few others across the metro area, as well as Meijer and Kroger locations too. Reporting live, Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
Alyssa, thank you. Drug take-back events like that one are just one way to help fight the opioid crisis. Our TV6 has been taking a look at some numbers, and after several years of increases, we found the number of people dying from overdoses is actually going down. This chart, created by our real-time editor Andrew Smith, shows overdose deaths falling in the state last year. And so far this year, the numbers again are trending downward. Lawmakers like Republican Senator Todd Young are especially pleased with this trend. Last year, he was a key sponsor of several bills that became law, including an $8.5 billion commitment to fighting opioid abuse.
Of course, we've seen in the state of Indiana some remarkable progress made on account of the doctors and local community heroes who are serving those who become addicted to this substance. But this is a rare bipartisan measure where we've been able to dedicate, from what I hear on the ground, sufficient resources to help, I think, turn the corner on what is still a major public health challenge.
Our TV6 spoke with different agencies and people to find out what is being done in Indiana to help fight the ongoing epidemic. You can read that story and find information on resources throughout the state on the IndyChannel.com or in the RTV6 app.
Fun times, part of last year's show from the Avon High School Marching Band. Avon is back along with several other schools from Central Indiana at the Bands of America's Super Regional Championship, which happens today and tomorrow at Lucas Oil Stadium. The action gets underway just an hour from now with Franklin Central High School, the Flashes, taking the field at 8 o'clock this morning. Other area bands playing today include the Greenwood Woodmen, the Greenfield Central team, of course, Beech Grove, Carmel, and the Marching Pride of Lawrence Township. In all, more than 90 bands from around the Midwest are here for the event. The preliminaries are today and tomorrow, with the top bands advancing to the finals tomorrow night. Good luck to all the teams, especially our Hoosier teams. I hope they do really, really, really well.
All right, it is 6:45 on your Friday morning. It is time for our favorite forecast of the day, at least my favorite forecast of the day.
A dry Saturday, a soggy Saturday.
A dry Saturday, a soggy Saturday.
You know, I'm a little dyslexic in the morning, you know. Let me try that one more time.
You got to flip.
A dry Friday, a soggy Saturday.
There you go.
How about that one?
That works. That works with my forecast, Raphael. So thank you. Our featured dog of the day today is Nala there. Thanks to Kate Brown for sending in Nala. She looks like she's all ready to go off for her walk here. And of course, you can send your pictures to my Facebook page, Todd Clausen, RTV6. Make sure you include the name of your pup. I get a lot without the name, so then I have to message you back to find out and where you're from as well. So green pause for the forecast today. Skies will be mostly cloudy. Temperatures just really don't do a whole lot throughout the day today, to be honest with you. 46 at 7 a.m., 57 by the time we get to 4 p.m. There could be a spot sprinkle in the forecast today, but otherwise it's just a cloudy day from start to finish. And you see a few specks of green here, which would indicate some sprinkles on Storm Team 6 radar here throughout the course of the morning hours. But the big time rain is still well down to our south, but that's going to be heading our way as we work our way into the day tomorrow. So as far as the rainfall coverage goes, I don't do this very often, but we're going to put it in the washout category, except I didn't set the pause point on this thing, so it should say washout instead of scattered. I moved it up, but I forgot the pause point, but washout for the day tomorrow. So the rain moves in from south to north throughout the course of the morning hours. So there could be a few dry hours tomorrow morning if you're up early, but by about 9-10 o'clock, it's raining everywhere. It's raining almost across the entire state as we head into the early afternoon hours. And then the heavier rain probably comes in late afternoon, early evening for most of us across the area. And this rain will continue after sunset Saturday. There's some wind in here as well. Maybe a few thunderstorms, but nothing widespread. And then the showers will continue all the way into the early morning hours on Sunday before they start to pull out of here completely by daybreak on Sunday morning. So this is going to be a very wet stretch of weather for us. We haven't had a day like this in a long time. I know there were periods of rain on Monday when we picked up over an inch, but everybody's looking at about 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches of rain with this event by time it starts tomorrow and ends on Sunday morning. So by the time we work our way throughout the day tomorrow, the good news is it's all rain with temperatures eventually climbing up into the 60s. And as far as the Colts game, I think we get the rain out of here. That's the good news. There could be a lingering shower at about 10 a.m., but then decreasing clouds as you walk into Lucas Oil Stadium, and it'll be dry and partly cloudy coming out after the Colts win. And then next week, pretty quiet. Some showers by Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday's high temperature, though, only 49 degrees.
Todd, thank you. We're taking a live look right now at I-65 at the North Split. Traffic is building as the morning commute starts to pick up, but everything is moving smoothly across the city.
A dry Friday,
yes.
Soggy Saturday.
There we go.
More caffeine. More caffeine for Sanchez. Okay.
Hey, we have an important story to tell you. A new lawsuit is accusing a home warranty company of refusing to fix air conditioners and appliances, even though homeowners paid their annual fee.
And so while the warranty company is not commenting, consumer reporter John Mattery says one state attorney general has plenty to say about them so that you don't waste your money.
Many home buyers purchase a home warranty to protect themselves against expensive repairs and give them some peace of mind. But one state attorney general is now suing one of the biggest home warranty companies in the country, accusing them of fraud. It was just over a year ago when Corey Kessel showed me his broken central air unit.
The AC line was hot. There was no condensation or moisture on it.
Corey and his wife, Christy, thought their $400 warranty from Choice Home Warranty would take care of it, with their promise of, if we can't fix it, we'll replace it. So they were stunned when the company denied their claim.
She said it was too old and that they would not replace it.
Said that it was due to homeowner neglect.
I get this complaint a lot about home warranties. People buy them because their appliances are getting old. But then you find out when you try to use it that your appliances were too old to be covered. Choice Home Warranty has more than 2,000 complaints the last 12 months in its Better Business Bureau file. Customers complain the company constantly denies claims, leaving them with no answers and no AC. Now, Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich has filed suit against the company, alleging they collected millions of dollars from consumers, promising to keep repair costs low for refrigerator and AC issues. The reality, the AG says, is their contracts actually excluded those items in some cases. Families like Corey and Christy may finally get some answers about a warranty company they say left them high and dry.
I took out the home warranty for a purpose, that if something did go wrong, that it could be covered.
Home warranties can be a good thing, but before you pay any money, check their rating at the Better Business Bureau and look at their complaints. That way you don't waste your money. I'm John Mattery. Good morning, Indiana.
John, thank you. We'll see you next week. We have more on this story and lots of money-saving tips right now on the RTV6 app on the money page of the IndyChannel.com.
It was the best day of this little boy's life. Just ahead in Good News Friday, how the Indianapolis Fire Department went above and beyond to put a big smile on his face.
And it's a great night to watch some hockey right here in Indianapolis. The Indy Fuel plays their home opener tonight at Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Good Morning Indiana wants you, you, to be there tonight. Right now is your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to tonight's game. Come on, you. All you have to do is be the 6th caller. That number, 317-269-1459. Good luck. You're watching Good Morning Indiana, only on RTV6. Visit the Hiring Hoosiers job board. The music and the time. We've reached the end of a long week, and now it's time for our favorite segment, Good News Friday. And some members of the Indianapolis Fire Department went above and beyond to make a little boy's day.
3-year-old AJ suffers from leukodystrophy, a group of diseases that affects the brain, spinal cord, and other nerves. With a little help from a company called Taylor's Tins, the crew of IFD Engine 8 hosted a special visit for AJ and his family. They got a tour of the fire station, a ride in one of the fire trucks, and little AJ left with his very own personalized helmet shield. Very cool.
That is super awesome. A dog in Idaho is safe after being trapped on a cliff for 5 days. The dog, now named Clifford, and he's not red, was on a steep part of the cliff, so getting to him was nearly impossible. Check out those rocks.
He's camouflaged in there.
Yeah, that's when heroes with Friends Forever Animal Rescue stepped in to help. A few volunteers with the organization had rock climbing experience and put their skills to use. The group was able to scale the cliff and bring Clifford down safely. As you can see, what a beautiful dog.
Wow.
Now recovering at a foster home and hopes to find his forever home very soon.
Oh, what a good boy. A college baseball team is getting in the Halloween spirit a little early this year. Tyler College hosted their 4th annual Halloween Baseball Bash Wednesday. There was a Triceratops who counted on his teammates to help him with the timing of his swing. Or how about Super Mario on the pitcher's mound? But the highlight of the game was when Forrest Gump himself stepped up to the plate. After hitting one into the outfield, he took off to first base, and in true Forrest fashion, he just kept running and running and running right out of the stadium.
Go, Forrest, run, Forrest, run.
And that is a live look at what Rafael Sanchez will be doing the moment that this show concludes. He'll be running right out the door of this studio.
Because it's a dry Friday and it will be a soggy Saturday.
That's right. You'll be slogging through some puddles tomorrow if you're out there running. So get that workout in at some point here throughout the course of the day today. So not a lot of sunshine today, but nothing in the way of any decent rain. There could be a spot sprinkle or two at times today. But with the cloud cover, you notice the temperatures only climbing into the mid-50s later on this afternoon. So kind of a cooler day for us. Tomorrow, a very wet day, as we alluded to. It's windy as well. The rain arrives towards daybreak in southern locations, probably mid-morning in northern locales. But once it starts in your neighborhood, it is going to come down good and often throughout the day. Could see 1 to 3 inches of rain throughout the day tomorrow. As far as Sunday goes, some lingering showers in the morning, but by the time we get to the Colts game, it should be dry. Then lots of sunshine Monday and Tuesday. By Halloween, 51 right now, which is a few showers possible, looks like, throughout the day.
All right, Todd, thank you. We are back in 25 minutes and throughout Good Morning America with news, weather, and traffic updates.
Go Colts. Have a great weekend. To our friend Lauren Casey, we miss you. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the weekend despite the rain. And thanks for watching Good Morning Indiana. We'll see you Monday morning right here on RTV6.